You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and of course, the weather being as nice as it is right now, we need to talk about springtime, things that are going on, and some things you need to be careful of. So, with that in mind, we check in with Attorney Kim Baer from the Baer Law Office, and talking about springtime issues is something that people really need to be aware of, Kim, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you're right. It's finally spring in Iowa, so we want to talk to you about some of the things you need to be aware of if you're out riding your bike, jogging, walking. So let's just take if you're out walking. Okay, so if you're out walking or jogging, we want to make sure that you stay in the crosswalks. We don't want any jaywalking or anything like that. And the reason for that is because if you get hit by a car and you weren't in the crosswalk, there's an argument that you might have been liable for the accident if you get hit by a car.
Okay, but if you are in the crosswalk and a car does strike you, that's the responsibility of the person driving the car?
Yes, the person driving the car. And what we wanted to talk about today is that there's actually two potential claims. One is against the person that hit you, and the other one might be a claim under your own car insurance. And people get confused about that because they say, well, I wasn't in my car. But your car insurance typically covers you if you are in your car or if you're in an accident with another car. So when you're out walking and jogging, if you're in the crosswalk and somebody turns into you and you get hurt, you want to make a claim, obviously, against that driver, and then you want to pull out your policy for your car. And the two things you're going to look for is, one, do you have MedPay?
MedPay.
Yes,
okay,
MedPay.
Explain what that is.
Yes, so that's an additional coverage that you can purchase under your own policy. And typically we see it could be $1,000, $5,000. I've seen all the way up to $50,000. And you can use it to help pay your medical bills.
Right, we just got done doing our insurance, and because of our conversations here, we brought that up, and we did add that onto the policy. It really wasn't that much.
No, it's not very much, and it really is an important coverage to have because it can help. And then the other thing you want to look at your policy for is, do you have what's called UM and UIM coverage? They'll be together, and what that is underinsured coverage or uninsured coverage. And so, for example, let's say I'm out jogging and I'm in the crosswalk and Lou hits me. I want to look at my policy. Let's say Lou, for whatever reason, is a deadbeat and he doesn't have any car insurance.
Oh, you know me well. Okay.
I had to get that in there. So Lou's a deadbeat, all right, for today.
All right.
And so I want to make sure that I have some coverage under my own policy. And so that's where the uninsured comes in. If I'm hit by somebody who's uninsured, and I bought that coverage on my own policy, I can make a claim on my own policy.
Okay.
So we just need to know that. And then let's say that you hit me and you have the minimum limits in Iowa, which is $20,000, not very much. And I have a broken leg. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a claim under your policy, and I'm gonna turn around and make a claim under my policy. So, and the big point we want to make to people today, I don't sell insurance, but you need to check your insurance policy to make sure you have these coverages.
Yeah, our conversations, we just got done renegotiating some insurance things, and I'm serious, we did that, and we talked about that as well.
Yes.
And it's sometimes it might be a case where the only thing the person can't afford is the minimum.
Right,
so
exactly.
That could be the case as well, but that way you are covered regardless. So that is so important.
It is,
it is.
And it's optional coverage in Iowa, so not everybody has it. Your agent won't automatically add it. You need to bring it up and see if you have it. So.
Okay, so that is great. Now, what about, you're walking and jogging. What about on bicycles?
Same thing with regard to a bicycle. So if you're out bicycling, we want to make sure that you're actually, stopping at stoplights and following all of the requirements. People seem to think that a pedestrian or a biker always has the right of way. That's not true in Iowa. So if the biker is following everything and ends up getting struck, then the biker likewise has a claim against the person who hit him or her. And then they'll want to look at their own policy to see if they have any coverage under their policy, again, for MedPay and for UIM and UM coverage. So
that's right. And she mentioned the bicyclist, you have to abide by all the rules of the road. There's a stop sign there. You need to stop at the stop sign. If you cruise to the stop sign and you get hit, I think there's an argument against that.
Absolutely. And the other thing I want to mention, please, please, please call the police and get a report, because people change their stories later.
So many things to keep in mind, especially since spring, temperature-wise, has sprung upon us already. If people want to get more information on this, because there's so much more to dive into, really easy to get a hold of you. How do we do so?
Just give us a call at the Baer Law Office. It's 515-279-2000 or 515-INJURED.
All right. So, again, if you have any questions, Kim will be able to take care of that. Thank you so much, Kim. Just talking about springtime. Well, how about this? Window boxes that will make people say, wow. We'll explain all that when we come back to Iowa Live.